Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the yellow sparking Super Saiyan Broly and see just how good he is after his Zenkai awakening. Now sparking Zenkais are very 50-50. They are either really good or really average, and that trend hasn't stopped. I think we're always kind of rolling the coin as to whether a sparking Zenkai is going to be more than just a boost option. And I think a lot of the times you have to accept that most of them are just boost options. I think some end up being useful, and that's great. I think a lot of the times you have to kind of bank on them being more there for the long-term boost, maybe good in the designated season, more so than anything else. Now, in terms of Broly, his Zenkai is not bad. We'll talk through his abilities and everything now, but to cut a long story short, I think Broly's in the situation where he's useful to a certain extent in the current PvP climate, whereas I think ultimately, like all things considered, he could not be useful, if that makes sense, in the long run. Obviously a unit that I think for me personally does a little bit of everything, kind of, but his main ticket item is going to be his AoE damage, which I think is nice. So let's talk about him. Obviously, so in terms of main ability, he's got 20% damage inflicted. He's got restore his own health, restore his ki, and sealing the enemy rising rush. Now, this is one of the few pointers or factors that I think really makes him quite valuable overall. Sealing Rising Rush, even for like 10-time accounts, is always something that's intrinsically valuable. So like sealing something for 10-time accounts, anything, whether it's a special move, a special card, or anything like that, is always useful. Sealing Rising Rush is good. Even if you just want to pop him in for main ability to seal Rising Rush, it is really solid. Then if we look at his passives, so he's got plus 30% to tax on family, can't be cancelled, which is great. Then he restores his own ki when he enters the battlefield. He gets increased damage inflicted, increased arts card draw speed, gradually restoration of his health, and every time he uses a strike arts card he increases his ultimate damage inflicted. Now, the key to Broly is to basically throw him in, get him to combo a whole bunch of strike combo cards, have him combo out or activate a special move, and to hit the opposition with his special card, because his special card is an AoE card, but we'll get there now. Next you have his flow of power, so more increased damage, more reduction to damage received, 6% to his own ki recovery, which is good. And also knock enemy back to long range if cover is changed against their strike arts card. Cover changes are a bit of a mixed bag. They're like good because obviously they help, but so many units nullify cover change in so many ways that sometimes it really feels like it's just kind of there for the odd occasion where your opponent's using a unit that doesn't cover change or nullify cover change more than anything else. Then he also has solid defense, so he reduces the enemy's ki. This is one of his new passives. He also increases or inflicts an attribute downgrade to them, increasing the arts card costs, giving minus 10% to their move power. And this is really good stuff. So often you'll see when I switch him in, like he gets a huge, or applies a huge amount of debuffs to the opposition. And this is good stuff. This is very helpful, of course. It helps a ton with him as a unit. And I think, like for me in general, I think it's a good amount of debuffs that he applies. It really helps to slow down the opposition quite a bit. So yeah, obviously that's really good. Then he also, after the enemy's attack is over, he restores his own health, which is nice. And then he nullifies enemy special action cover changes, which is pretty cool. He's got Glimpse of New Power, which is also his unique ability. When he enters the battlefield, if there's a defeated battle member, he activates once, randomly destroys one of his own cards and draws Gigantic Explosion, restores ki, nullifies enemy destroy card effects, and if he enters the battlefield, if there's a defeated enemy battle member, he'll randomly draw another card, nullify special action changes, and yeah, just basically look really, really good. So lots of good tempo control stuff, but not a lot of support. Like lots of nullification of destroy card effects, lots of nullification of like cover changing effects and things like that, sealing of Rising Rush. All of it is kind of in place because his main existence is to hit off his gigantic explosion. So his real benefit is his green, blues, and ultimates. So his green is really good because it draws cards, which is great, increases damage inflicted, increases his health restoration, and increases your arts card draw speed. His blue, his standard blue, is great because it destroys 3 enemy cards on hit, which is amazing, and increases his own special move damage. But then really it's his gigantic explosion, which is his ultimate card, where things really come together because he deals massive explode damage, gets plus 30% to ultimate damage inflicted for 3 timer counts, which is pretty good. And then on top of that as well, he deals AoE damage with that. So because you can boost his special move damage so high, and because he can green card his special move damage and damage inflicted, and because he nullifies unfavorable element factors and can seal rising rushes, generally speaking, your goal is to get him to pop off this ultimate card. And if you can increase this ultimate card or pop it off and you have all of the buffs available, then he will do sizable AoE damage. Like really, really, really sizable AoE damage, which is kind of his spiel. Like his AoE damage is this thing. If you take that away from him, or you don't get that off, you're not getting a lot of other benefit out of him. He doesn't really build tempo or damage inflicted on his combos. He's literally designed to kind of just build out his special and his AoE and that. Do I find him to be useful? I think yes. I do find him to be a useful unit. I'm not going to say he's like OP or anything, but I do find him pretty solid. I think he does do a good job. I think he does bring a lot to the table as a unit, and I think he can really help with certain teams. But yeah, that's really it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, take care, stay safe, and bye.